Let's go to Tina in Los Angeles. What's up, Tina?
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, doing well.
Good. What's up?
So I was wondering, should I keep using my credit cards and building up my credit score? I pay them off right away. Should I keep using those? And then also, I've been contributing to my 401k for almost 10 years now since I started working at my current job. And should I keep contributing to that, or should I stop?
How much debt are you in, Tina?
Well, along with my car, I'm about $30,000 in debt.
Okay. What other debt do you have other than the car?
Just the car and like a couple credit cards.
Okay.
But the credit cards are very small, yeah.
Okay. So to answer your first question, no, you should not continue to use the credit card to build your score. Let me ask you why you want to build the score.
It's just financial advice from my parents. It was like, cash is good to have, but also a good credit score is also really, really good to have.
Been there. That is how I grew up learning about the credit score. At 18, you got to get a credit card to build the score so you can go into debt, so you can get more debt, so you can get a good score. Do you see the vicious cycle this has created?
Yeah.
And so when it comes to the credit score, I've lived with that one for many, many years. Obviously, when I got a mortgage, you get a score again. But as far as keeping the score and keeping using the credit cards for that, you don't need it because we're not going to go into car debt again because debt is not your friend and it's stealing from your paycheck every month. And as far as everything else goes, you can rent hotels, you can rent cars, you can do all kinds of things with a debit card. Do you have one of those?
Yeah.
Okay. So tonight, what if we had an exercise where we cut up the cards and tried to live on our debit card and paid off these credit cards and never look back?
Okay.
Does that sound fun to you?
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
Is this excitement or are you like, that sounds crazy?
I was like, yeah, that's a little bit crazy. But, I mean...
We're crazy around here.
I live without...
Tina, why is it crazy?
I lived without credit cards for about 5 years. I just barely got them again because
I think it's crazy to be like in the Matrix and playing this game of what does FICO think about me? Am I credit worthy? I mean, does that not sound a little crazy?
Here's the truth, Tina. If we wrote you a check for $1 million and you didn't use your credit card for a month, you just put that $1 million in your bank, your credit score would go down because credit score has nothing to do with your financial position. It has to do with your love affair with debt.
So let me walk you through what's going to happen. You are going to pay off all of your debt and never look back, including the car loan. What's your income?
I make $75,000 a year.
Awesome. Okay. What's the car worth?
Well, when I got it, it was 26.
Okay. So that's a reasonable car for your income. We say that we don't want more than 50% of your income tied up with things in motors in them because they go down in value, which your car is doing as we speak. So if you're following our plan, which I assume you're newer to this craziness.
I just started listening to this show about like a week and a half.
Why did you come to us, Tina? What's happening in your life?
Well, I was in a very bad financial place a few years ago, and I just had 2 babies. So my credit went down, and it took a while until I got like some promotions at work that it started coming back up. But then I kind of noticed once my income started going up, the lifestyle, I guess, started going up too. And now I'm just like, I need to stop. Like, I need to get it together. And I was just looking for like some financial, how do I say this, advice. Like, and I went on the podcast app on Apple, and I found you guys.
That is awesome.
Very cool.
We're so glad you're here. That's a huge step, just to hate the situation you're in. Most people are comfortable sitting in their own poop, and I'm glad you've decided to take a step in that direction. So when it comes to our plan, we have a proven plan called the Baby Steps. 10 million people have done this, including myself, including John, and it works. So A1 is getting $1,000 saved for a starter emergency fund. Do you have $1,000 in the bank?
Not yet.
Okay, that's going to be our A1. If that means selling stuff, side hustles, working extra, I don't care. We're going to do this in less than 30 days. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can sell stuff. I'm on salary, so I'm like on a fixed income,
Great.
That means you got to fix your unfixed expenses.
True.
It means we're getting on a budget.
And I started cutting back a whole lot. Like,
no going out to eat. No more eating out.
No.
None.
What's your favorite
Rice and
place to
beans,
go
rice
out
and
to
beans.
eat, Tina? What is your like guilty pleasure? Like if I'm getting takeout tonight on a Friday, here's where I'm going.
Oh my gosh, sushi.
Okay.
Bye, Felicia. You're not going to have sushi for a long time.
New restaurant in town is called Sukasa. You're going to eat at your house, Tina. Best restaurant in town. It's a whole experience. You get to make your own food. You're going to love it.
Yes.
So you're going to get on a budget. We're going to help with that because you're a new listener. I'm super excited you're on the plan. We're going to gift you 1 year of Financial Peace University as well as Every Dollar, our budgeting app, so that you can make a plan for every single one of these $75,000 coming in. And it is going to be so freeing. I know you hear the word budget, you're like, gross. No, I'm telling you, this is permission to spend. And you're going to feel so confident about the next steps. So on top of the $1,000 starter, then we're going to move to getting rid of all this debt using the debt snowball. So list out your debts, smallest to largest, ignoring the interest rate. Does that sound crazy too?
A little bit, yeah.
Good. Because culture is normal, so we got to be a little weird, don't we?
Right.
All right, so we're going to list them out smallest to largest, make minimum payments on all the debts, and attack that little one with a vengeance. Probably those little credit cards, right?
Yeah.
And then we're going to cut them up when they're paid off and say no more. Tina's the bank now. Tina's her own lender. And once we do that, we're going to beef up that emergency fund to 3 to 6 months. Then we invest. Do you know what that means, Tina? It means we're not going to invest until then. It means we're going to stop the 401k contributions. Also sounds crazy, right?
A little bit, yeah. Because I've been building it up for almost 10 years.
I know.
So
This is a crazy train. It'll still grow. You'll still get compound growth what you put in there. But right now we need to make progress. And we need to change our behavior. And you're doing 14 things at once, which is what got you here, right?
Right.
So let's try to do one thing at a time with focused intensity. And if you hate it, hey, in 6 months from now, if you're not in a better financial situation, you can go back to Tina's plan, eating sushi, putting money in the 401k, putting everything on credit cards, and hoping for the best.
Buying Visa bigger buildings for themselves at your expense. Okay, will you do a thought exercise with me?
Sure.
You got 2 little ones, right?
I actually have 3.
3. How old are they?
14, 7, and 5.
All right, let's fast forward 18 months. And you've worked maniacally. You took a second job. You had somebody watch your kids on the weekends because you started working. You just went bananas and paid this off. And you open your eyes, and you've got these 3 kids. They're 18 months older. And you owe nobody anything. Nothing. And you think about sleep, and you think about being a little bit less stressed of a mom, which allows you to get a little bit closer to those kids because you're not quite as radioactive and you don't have to spend quite as much time numbing out on Netflix and whatever else device is scrolling in front of you just because you got to pass the day. And now you're out walking in the neighborhood and you're smiling. See what I'm saying? You're talking about changing your entire life. And that starts with you deciding I want to be free. Or let's get some sushi, right?
Right.
Why?
Tina, how much are you investing in your 401k? Right now, what percentage?
6%. It's the company match.
That sucks. You should do 15. Wouldn't that be better? You know what you can do when you don't have payments? You can invest more in your 401k.
Right.
With a fully funded emergency.
Sushi till you're sick.
Too.
Do what?
We also have a Roth too, so I was starting to look into it, but haven't gotten quite into it just yet.
Make a poster, put it on the wall, and say, I'm coming for you in the future. 18 to 24 months from now, when I'm out of debt, 30 months from now, when I have that fully funded emergency fund, I'm going to come back stronger than ever. 15%. And then we're going to be saving for kids' college. We're going to be paying off the house. Can you imagine what future Tina's going to be like? She's going to eat so much sushi, she's going to be sick. So hang on the line. Austin will pick up. We're going to gift you Financial Peace University, Every Dollar, and some homework for you. Go listen to episode 7 of my podcast, The Fine Print, all about the dirty truth behind your credit score. You're going to be disgusted when you find out.